Hello world, I'm Aaron Fox, and today I'm going to show you how to make a zombie. Now there's a couple different ways you can go about making your zombie. You can use liquid latex and cotton to build it up from scratch. You can also use silicone if you're a little bit more advanced, as it's a newer, more finicky product. You can use pre-made prosthetics that are small, that are really just wounds and gashes and things, in order to combine them and create a big master zombie. Or you can use a big foam latex appliance, which covers usually an entire face and sometimes the neck. Our appliance is actually two different pieces. One will cover most of the face and the other part will cover the chin. Foam latex is really nice because it allows for a lot of movement from the actor. So when they move their mouth, the appliance moves really great. If they move their eyebrows, they're moving too. So you can really believe that it's a zombie instead of just a person wearing a mask. Now, in order to create our zombie, we do need a couple things. You're going to need a prosthetic, Q-tips, an assortment of grease paint, Prosthetic, latex, and fake blood. You'll also need an assortment of brushes. Now that we know what we need, we can go ahead and get started. So here we are with my friend Rachel, and I'm going to turn her into a zombie. The first step in applying a prosthetic is making sure that it's going to fit your model's face. So you want to take it and you want to put it up to their face and really make sure that it's going to fit where their hairline is and around their jaw. If you really want to make it stick, you'll put a layer of Prosthetic all over the inside of the prosthetic and all over the model's face. And then you want to take a hair dryer and blow dry it dry. Once it's clear, that's when it achieves its most tacky state. At this point, you'll then take the prosthetic and place it at the middle first, all the middle peaks and valleys, and then move out from there. And then last but not least, adhere your edges. If you covered everything, that prosthetic is not moving. If you want to achieve a really believable piece, you're going to have to know a little bit about depth. Now, all the areas that you want to really protrude out, you're going to want to highlight. If you look at even just yourself in a mirror with the light hitting you, where does the light hit you? Generally it hits you on the tops of your cheekbones, top of your nose, on your forehead up here, sometimes on the tops of your brows, a little bit on your chin, a little bit at the top of your lip, and a little touch along these lines. Now, if you're really trying to push or contour your face to make someone look gaunt, you then take dark colors and you put them in all those areas where the lights aren't touching. It's like the concave of your eyes, the underneath of your nose, right here, and underneath your cheekbones. And that's a way you can really achieve some depth. These same principles work for coloring in gashes or wrinkles or anything. You can take a mid-tone and then you can, put a darker color on the deep parts and a lighter color along the edges, and you'll be amazed at how much deeper it looks just for using those three different values in those specific places. Depth is the key to making things look real. I generally tend to work from big blobby splotches of color to defining it a little bit more to defining it a whole lot at the very end. It's really important to go from, have some areas where there's not a whole lot of detail to areas with a heavy amount of detail. More texture and more variety makes it more interesting. Plus, it's a good way to kind of map out what you're doing. If you can blob in the color, then you kind of know where you're going to go. When making a zombie, blood is really important. There's a bunch of different kinds of bloods out there, but I have one kind of blood that is my favorite blood. It is the only blood that should be used in most cases, in my opinion. Others may vary, but it is Maron's squirt blood. What's amazing about this stuff is that it's very liquidy, so you can splatter it on people, which I think gives it a really natural, organic, funky, crazy, real look that you can't really get out of the blood gels or the corn syrup-based blood. You can use it, and there's definitely instances where you probably should, but this stuff is awesome. So as you can see, we now have a completed zombie makeup. I hope you enjoyed this how-to video, and I hope it gave you a few pointers on making your own zombies.